In today's class, we will be discussing on how to draw and paint trains. That is, when I say trains, the trains that we commonly see from Indian Railways. So I was in fact looking for some reference for my personal collection. I couldn't find it. So just for the sake of discussion and explaining how to draw a train, I was just looking it from internet and I just picked it up. Okay, so I'm not commercially I'm not using it for any commercial benefit or anything. It is just for the purpose of understanding how to draw trains, right? So when we talk about the trains, there are lots and lots of details involved. In fact, if you just see the front side of the engine itself, there are too much of complexities, and the side planes, lot of complexities, and lot of complexities in the cables, etc. So if we try to do or draw each and everything in that is seen in the image, then it will be very difficult. So what we will try to do is we will just try to copy the big shapes. Maybe this entire thing has a very big long rectangle kind of a thing, and then we will add some suggestion. Okay, so we will try to minimize the things a lot, right? So let us see how to draw this. We'll just first try to discuss, to decide how we will proceed. So this seems to be a little bit more kind of a squarish composition rather than our watercolor paper, which is slightly, maybe a tiny bit longer. So what I would do is maybe I would make some more extension. I would assume that we have some more thing here. Maybe I will extend the train a little bit, and I will try to draw something here so that we have some more that can properly fit into our paper without distortion. So let us make a frame for this. Okay, this is somewhat in line with my watercolor paper. So this is a very rough drawing. Okay, now we will have to go for the big shapes. Okay, so when we say the big shapes, we'll have to really place this properly. So if you look at this end, maybe it is 1/3. If you measure it, 1/3, 2/3. Okay, it's almost 1/3. Okay, somewhere here the tail end of the train will be visible, and somewhere here it is somehow. If you extend this train, maybe it will cut somewhere here, right? In this, I'm not talking about the railway track. The train, which is slightly outside of the railway track, if I extend it here, maybe it will touch here. So the kind of this edge probably would be maybe something like this. It's just a rough work. Okay, and the railway track will come somewhere here. And see, I want to precisely place this particular thing, then rest will follow anyway. So if you want to say, let us think of this this particular engine component, maybe which is from here to this plate, this entire thing. So that way, if you really look at, if we add little bit extra, then this is almost at the center. Okay, center horizontally, it is almost at the center of the paper. So let us find where is the center. Okay, at this point it will somewhat come, and see, this will be almost again at 2/3 from the bottom, this end. So if you extend, this is the 2/3, maybe somewhere here it will come. Okay, so, and there is a gap here. I'm just trying to place this, and this edge is for this, so it is some slightly, again, if you make it into 1/3, 2/3, 3, I mean 1 portion, 2 portion, 3 portion, so it will become 1, 2, 3. Somewhere here will be the engine component, right? So now we got somewhat the engine should come somewhere here, okay, and maybe this should come, this angle I am talking about, this angle will come somewhere here. That much is our prime important step. Now we got this shape. This is just I am trying to think in terms of what you call it as basic shapes. Maybe I am talking about this is that edge, roughly it is all rough, and this is not a proper square or something. Basically this overall thing is somewhat squarish. I'm talking about this particular thing is kind of a rectangle I am finding. So this maybe even slightly less brighter than that. Okay, now comes the bottom. From this is maybe this red colored portion is this one. I'm trying to judge. Okay, now it is slightly slanting towards the left. Okay, now let us make this shape little bit more with accuracy. See, when I say accuracy, it is I'm not going for very much accuracy. I'm just going for a little bit of accuracy. Some basic shape I wanted to make. Now within this red triangle, this actual the height of this window, the glass window where the driver may see, is in fact, if you see this 1, 2, 3, it is slightly more than 1, 3. So I mean it will only come up to this, even maybe not even there, maybe this. So what I meant is, if you this one will be the glass, the driver's the area where the driver is seeing it. Okay, now there are some more stuff here which we will define, and somewhere at the bottom we have, see, I really do not know what these portions are, but these shapes are important to me. Okay, now there is this, even this shape is important to me. Now here there is a big, maybe this is a headlight kind of a thing. Okay, and there are two lights within this. I'll not be worrying too much about this. There is something here. I'm just worrying about this shape. Okay, this is something that is in dark. Okay, now this, in fact, this is somewhat darkish in tone, right? Now below this you have this, what do you call it as, something that curves a bit. Okay, something that curves a bit. Okay, now somewhere below this you have all darks. So if you really look at, there is a circle here. Okay, this is important, and in line with that there is another circle here. Okay, I'm just roughly making, and there are some stuff here. Okay, so I don't know what exactly these things are. There are some highlighting stuff, and then it is connecting here. Right, let us not worry about what these things are really. Okay. Now there are, when you come to the top, there is some kind of another light here. Seems to be a light, I don't know, here. Something that is dark. Okay, and that is casting a shadow here. Okay, now there are another thing, something round, maybe the horn or something. Okay, there are a lot of other things which really I do not know what they are, but it is somewhat slanting in nature. Okay. Something which I am not really worried about this, what it is, but I just wanted to see the shape. Okay, and it is connecting here. See, these things are really important to understand what these things are, and you will find that these are the electrical connection that is happening. Okay, now let us concentrate on the rest of the part. Now you see the bogie starts coming from this point, and I see that it is slightly above this. Okay. And now this comes along. See this, okay. We really do not know what. We have to be little aware of the perspective, but I don't think we must be too much worried about this. Okay. Now let us come about these dark shades. Okay. On the front side, it is the dark starts from little bit top, but on the side it is little down, and it is slightly at an angle. Okay. Now there is a kind of lighter portion here. Then now there is lot of dark steps. Okay, somewhere here you have some suggestion. I really do not know, some box or something, maybe some wheels or some other things, but those things are, I think, just we can make some darks. Okay, I am trying to make it faster. I think it is faster this way. See, this might take a while. This. Very dark accents here. Okay. Now around this, it is further dark. I know I'm taking more time on this, but I thought this will clarify a lot of things later. Okay, now we have this also is little dark. Okay, and somewhere here it is darker. Okay, now let us come here. Here you will find some kind of a door or something. Okay, and there is some kind of, what do you call it, is something here, a line here, and there are a lot of small stuff here. I'm not really worried about what they are. Just we are trying to suggest that they are there, and there is a kind of yellow drawing, and there is another one here, the other end. Okay, now this all, this area is little darker in color. Okay, trying to now this area, since it is red in color, I'm just trying to make some tones. Okay, now that we have this, we have some kind of a line here at the top of these bogies. Okay, we'll try to suggest that, and this is darker before we forget. This is much darker. Okay, now this entire thing is in fact darker. You have to respect the lines of perspective here. And as it comes down, it is more darker. And just merging it with the hand. Okay, as it reaches here, there is no much distinction. Okay, now comes the darker portion for this also. Okay. Now we are getting, we will not, I mean, define too much on this area, some suggestion, and then we are done. So where there are some kind of bogey separation, we'll just make those things, and as it goes far and far, it will be nearer and lighter. Okay. And you know, at this point you will have some, if you have seen the trains, you will have a window, you will have a door, you will have a lot of windows, and again another door, like that this goes on. Okay, now this is how this particular thing goes on. Now if you look at the underneath, okay, let us make this a railway track. Okay. And this comes somewhere here. Okay. And the shadow comes in fact outside. And it extends a little bit outside here. I know this is a kind of very, I mean, detailed study kind of thing, but I think this is important for the understanding. We have this. Don't ask me what these things are. Okay. So we have something here, something that is connecting here. Okay. Now there is another line coming here. Okay. Now here also there are too much lines. In fact, you have to be really, I mean, I'm not worrying about all these things now, because you will then, your entire day will be finished. I'm just trying to get some suggestion, that's it. See, without these things it will not look complete also. All these things are there. It will merge it probably. Okay. Now you have something here also. Okay, let us. There is a kind of a platform or something suggested here. We don't have to worry too much. Here also you have lot of things. Okay. Now there are some more railway tracks which I think we will have to. Okay, don't worry too much about this. And there are some connection happening here, some joint. There are some darker stuff. And a lot of some stones or something. I don't know what these things are. There are some suggestion here. Okay. Now there is one thing here which is partially seen. I have looked at some other image and then I have seen that it is something, some sort of a traffic, I mean some sort of a signal, I think it is. It's something like something of this sort. I don't know what these things are. Okay, now I think this is what it looks like, right? So this has been a long discussion on the drawing itself. Now we have that, I mean we didn't mention about the sky and other things, but I think that is okay. Now this is roughly the discussion about the train. In fact, what I am finding is, I think we went slightly narrower face. I think this is a little bit bigger, but overall this gives the shape reasonably well. Okay, I think there are some more cables coming here which is important. There are some vertical lines. Those things are also important. And here there is another big one. Okay, this is how this looks. It looks very complicated, right? So this is the drawing part. I'll now draw it into the watercolor paper. Okay, then we will start the painting process. This is my watercolor paper. The brand is Maestria and it is 15 inch by 11 inch, which is a quarter sheet, right? And it is 300 GSM, cold pressed, right? So we will quickly make the drawing now. So as I was mentioning, so see, I'll not pay much of too much of importance to the exact details and all, because we have already discussed it. See, just suggestion will do, in fact. Okay, I'm just trying to make I'm just trying to make the judgments. This is not correct. This much. maybe, yeah. Just since I'm not talking now because we have sufficient discussion when we discussed about the pencil drawing. So this is just, I'm just trying to focus on some of the key aspects and then just trying to draw it. That's it. I'm not talking because I'm just trying to, figure out the dimensions. I think we need to be a little bit more wider. This will change. Okay, I think that's all fine. marking, that's it. All the details we'll do when we give the painting, during the painting process. Okay. Now here, I think here I should be a little bit careful. Worried too much about. Okay, now I think we are done. Alright, we'll define all these things when we do the painting phase. Right, now we'll start the painting phase.